Prophet ﷺ had Ka'b ibn al-Ashraf assassinated. Ka'b ibn al-Ashraf was like Goebbels. I mean, I don't think it's an odious analogy. The only difference is in numbers. But he was a minister of propaganda. He was writing poems that were to the Arabs like radio broadcasts. In the Serbian situation, the aggression started from, same with in Rwanda, the same thing. It was through radio broadcasts. They were telling people the Muslims were raping Serbian women. It was all lies. But the Serbians went crazy because they were hearing these lies on the radio. So they went and they started raping the Muslim women and killing Muslims. But they were fooled. They were completely duped. And this is what Iblis does. So this is what Ka'b al-Ashraf was doing. He was writing all of these wretched things, calling on the Arabs, appealing to their worst nature, to their arrogance, appealing to their jahili pride, and really calling to come and finish them off. That's what he was asking them to do. And the Prophet ﷺ said, who will relieve us of this man? Because he was having this immense impact. So it's important to know the Prophet ﷺ was not in any way a belligerent person. He was not militant by nature. He was actually quite the opposite. He was a very gentle person. He always preferred diplomatic means to resolve things. And we see this many, many times in the seerah. He also, if you look, in his 23 years, less than 1,000 people died in total. So all of these battles were not like we see today where in one day that number happens or more. It was a very different time. They were very chivalrous people. They honored chivalry. They fought face to face. They confronted on the battle. They did not attack women and children. The Prophet ﷺ, when they found the dead woman, the Sahaba were looking at it and at this woman who had died in a battle, and the Prophet ﷺ asked what had happened, and Khalid ibn Walid, this was very late at Ta'if, Khalid ibn Walid had killed a woman, and the Prophet ﷺ said, go and tell Khalid, نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن قتل النساء والأولاد والعسيف, that the Prophet ﷺ prohibited killing women, children, or servants, domestic servants. Now what that means in our language in modern times is non-combatants, because in the Arab world, the men, any man who was young, he had a sword and he was expected to defend like a militia. So when the Prophet ﷺ said that, and that hadith, by the way, is mutawatir in different variations. There's over 50 Sahaba that narrate that hadith. So that hadith has the weight of the Quran, which is why Abu Hanifa would not even kill in his madhab, for apostasy, he would not kill a woman because of that prohibition. Because he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, don't kill women. So even if a woman left Islam, Abu Hanifa said, they're not killed. So it's important to understand that the Prophet ﷺ did not in any way, shape, or form advocate war. In Sahih al-Bukhari, he said, "La tatamannaw liqa al-adu." Do not hope to meet your enemies. Don't desire that. وَلَكِنْ نَسْأَلَ اللَّهَ الْعَافِيَةَ, but ask God for well-being, for safety, for security. And then he said, but if you have to meet them, فَاثْبُتُوا وَإِنْ لَقَيْتُمُوهُمْ فَاثْبُتُوا. But if you do meet them, if you're forced to meet them, be courageous. Be brave people. Be steadfast.